Greetings and welcome, everybody, to the Beers and Bodyslams podcast. Sitting across from me is the man called good old JB.
And sitting to my left, the man that buys 2 turkey legs at the theme park, Mr. Fluffy.
Ooh. Two-fisting.
Double-fisted.
And sitting across from me, he is the ambrosia salad that no one really wanted at the party in the first place. Irish!
You son of a bitch.
Fruitcake.
Ambrosia salad, baby!
That's hilarious.
We're gonna do this one time, and we're gonna go in reverse, and I'm gonna do this all over you, so bad. We've got a great show. Not fluffy.
Intro is what's standing.
We got a great show for you. We're talking about our fantasy, bazinga, about our fantasy 4-on-4 Survivor Series booking. We've created fantasy matches. We've created fantasy team names.
That's right.
We're going to talk about it. And I think we've even booked them pretty hard.
Yes, we have.
Plus, we have actually a really, really good beer that we're going to talk about. I don't want to say shockingly, but for me, it's shocking because I have a problem. I have a love-hate relationship with this beer company.
And I do too. That's why when I bought it, I was questioning.
But we're gonna tell you all about that and so much more when we come right back.
Awesome!
This is the Beers and Bodyslams podcast
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
with your host, Mr. Fluffy,
Hello, ladies.
good old JB,
Booty-O's! They make sure you ain't booty.
and the Irish O'Leary.
There's only one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. A-A-W-S-T!
This is the only podcast bringing you craft beer and pro wrestling that really matters.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, E-Generation X proudly brings to you its WWF Tag Team Champion of the World, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
All right, Fluffy, what are we drinking?
We are drinking from the Terrapin Brewing Company. We are drinking their Moo-Hoo Chocolate Milk Stout.
Yeah,
It is really good.
yeah. I'm telling you,
It is very tasty.
It is. I love number one on the can. It says more cowbell, which is always a fun reference. It's a seasonal, so I'm assuming it was probably an October seasonal for more Halloween.
probably.
But God, it's really good.
Yeah, on the back it says "Enjoy it till the cows come home."
Yeah, it's really, really good. Like I am shocked. This may be my favorite Terrapin beer ever. Actually, this is my favorite
Terrapin beer ever. Terrapin beer is usually, as Charles Barkley would say, terrible. And it comes from my home state of Georgia. So you would think I would like it, but it's not. It's god awful usually.
This is a great dessert beer. This would be great.
God awful.
This would be
That
great
bad,
on
huh?
ice cream.
Sorry, Terrapin. Doesn't mean I don't love you,
Imagine pouring this on vanilla ice cream.
dude.
Might do that.
Oh, or making a milkshake out of this, mixing this with. Oh,
Dude.
that would be really good.
Oh, man.
Broski.
Thank God I've got 3 cans left.
So, yeah, we got a bright idea next time you invite us over.
God,
Yeah.
I'm making. Wow, that's really good.
It's not, and if you're listening and you're a Terrapin fan, or God forbid you're with Terrapin,
We love you. We'd love to have you on the
We
show.
would love to have you on the show, but we've missed more than we've hit with Terrapin.
Yeah.
And it's always been that way. Like we would go to Taco Mac. We lived in Atlanta, and they're like, "Hey, we got it's a Terrapin tap takeover." And I'm like, "Yeah, no thanks." And like, "What? It's Terrapin. It's a local beer." And I'm like, "Just because it's local doesn't mean it's great." But I've had a lot of Terrapin beer that some of it wasn't horrible, but it really never resonated with me. This one actually really kind of kicks the tires and lights the fires.
What's the issue with their beers that you guys don't?
I think
really-
it's because of the water.
Really, that's a lot to do with it.
I think they're using Chattahoochee River water, but that's just my
Yeah,
own personal.
we've had. Okay, this is the thing. I've had very limited of them because of the fact that I've had something that passed on the show itself. We've only had twice before. we had their 14th anniversary tart Belgian red, which I liked, but it was a sour.
That's okay.
And then we had the Lucille, which was really good.
Wait,
you missed that one.
Yeah,
this was
Lucille is also the name for a beer from.
It was the Walking Dead Lucille
that
Blackstrap molasses that they had. In fact, I kept the bottle because I love the show.
Yeah.
That was the other one. I think you were out that week.
Yeah. Maybe.
But that was. But beyond that, I agree. There have been very hit or miss for me. I feel like sometimes their beers are. They don't try enough. Like this beer definitely has flavor and punch. I feel like sometimes their beers are very flat.
Okay. Makes sense.
My problem with Terrapin is kind of my same problem with our local beer in Tampa, Cigar City. Some of their beers really, really good. And some of those beers burn, like one of their coffee porters burn after you drink it. It burns going down. And beer shouldn't burn.
No.
And so, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with Cigar City. And I love like their Maduro, which is their dark beer. And there's several other Cigar City beers that I love. So maybe Terrapin's kind of turning the corner, and I should be a little bit more open to trying it. But hey guys,
this one was good.
This is a 5 out of 5 for me. I dig it.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I
Good
thank
stuff,
you so
Terrapin.
much. But yeah,
Good job. Go dog, sick 'em, woof woof.
So basically, we're doing tonight is we are booking sort of fantasy Survivor Series. You can pull from any generation you want. You can pull from any area you want. The idea is just to make an interesting team, put them in another interesting team. If you want to book it, you can too. But we're just going to have some fun with it. I think we've each come up with 2 matches each. So we'll kind of round robin it like we normally do.
Yep.
Anybody want to go first or...
Well, I'll start off.
All right, go ahead. Who's your first matchup?
So the first 2 teams I had, I'm going to start with my females. I had Team Rude, captained by Alexa Bliss.
Oh, R-U-D. I thought you were like Team Rude. Like Bobby Roode's a female?
No, team because her and Nia call themselves Team Rude.
Yeah. I'm with you now.
I like that one.
So her, Nia, Maurice, and Melina.
Ooh.
So playing in the whole Rude.
Yeah.
And
Melina, that scream. Oh, God.
And I had them going up against the legends, Trish Stratus, Mickie James, Lita, and Alondra Blaze.
Ooh, I like that one too.
So
Jeez, good list.
I didn't really book it in my head, but basically the finish for me, I just thought it was a good contrast. Kind of the new bossy, Team Rude, they all kind of play into that Rude high school cheerleader.
Yep.
I think I'm better than you type mentality. And, not respecting the legends that came before them and kind of poo-pooing on the Trishes and how she talks about Mickie, Alexa in her interviews, her, Trish, Lita, and Alondra, sort of like the old guard.
Right.
I grouped them all together.
So it's Trish, Mickie, Lita, Alondra.
Trish, Mickie, Lita, and Alondra. 4 and 4.
Mickie.
Yeah, we did 4.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So basically I would have Alexa pinning Trish kind of as the taking...
So 1-on-1 at the end.
It would come down to them two. Her pinning Trish to kind of submit herself as the new face.
I like that.
To put in beating the ultimate legend to submit herself as the new face.
Just imagine them in the pinning situation.
Oh, well, yeah. I rehearsed that one in my head.
We are so 12 years old.
I need new pants.
We are so sick.
But I remember for me, Maurice was really good Divas champion back when that belt was around. Melina was very underrated. But they all had similar characteristics that I thought they would make a good team.
Yeah, that was good. All right. That's
Absolutely.
Good. All right. So
good list, bro.
Irish, you want to go?
Yes, as soon as I turn my phone on here.
Okay.
I have got, I wanted to do kind of a little bit of a grouping that pulled from multi-generations. So what I did, my first group is Team Canada. I wanted to pick some of the best Canadian wrestlers from...
there already is a Team Canada in history.
I know, right? I know. And if I could have picked managers, but they didn't wrestle. They didn't wrestle in... But he didn't... He didn't wrestle in WWE.
No, he did not.
I kept it to only WWE.
I know. No,
people.
You're right. All right.
So my Team Canada is Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho,
I never heard of him.
Edge,
Okay.
and Chris Benoit.
Ooh, okay.
The crippler crossface.
That one.
Yeah.
You know, the Canadian Wolverine. I mean, you know, say what you will about what happened with him, but you know, he's still
definitely.
Yeah.
he's still one of the greats. So I wanted to combat the technical expertise and the finesse of the Canadian wrestlers and put them up against, you know, good old American rednecks. So I picked
Is it Team Redneck?
Team Texas.
Team Texas.
So what I did was I pulled some of the great Texas wrestlers from back in the day.
Dick Murdoch.
No.
I thought about Dick.
You gotta have Dick Murdoch on the list.
I had dinner with Big Dick Murdoch one time.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm sure you've had dinner with Big Dick.
I did, and it was extra D, and that was for salad dressing.
Oh.
So first on my list is Booker, but it has to be King Booker.
King Booker.
King Booker.
The best carnation of
Booker T, and then Shawn Michaels.
All right.
You know, because you have to have somebody that can go toe to toe with Jericho.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I had you have to have the heavy hitter, so I went with Layfield, not JBL. I'm talking about like Bradshaw, APA.
Okay, you're talking about APA, Layfield, not
you know,
Yeah.
Bradshaw, you know, the
right.
whole
Bradshaw.
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 Yeah, not
I'm
Layfield,
sorry.
Bradshaw.
Yeah, I probably had the wrong name.
Yeah, it's Bradshaw.
Yeah.
He was Bradshaw.
And then how can you have a team from Texas? And I know what you're thinking. No, I didn't pick Mark Henry
Or Von Erich.
or any of the Von Erichs. I know what you're thinking, but I had
Texas Tornado. You can't have a match, a Team Texas
know.
without the Texas Tornado. It
know.
doesn't make sense.
I'm sorry. I just went with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Who's he? Never heard of him
Some
before.
guy. He's
Some dude.
He's wrestled. He's a
podcast get
nobody.
canceled?
He what?
Did his podcast get dropped or something?
I don't know. No, it went
They
off
haven't
of
promoted
WWE.
him in like forever.
That's because he's no
Well, no,
longer
he
on
got
WWE.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got canceled from the network.
That's what I
but
mean, yeah.
He's still his podcast is still going.
He's some bald guy that wrestles in black trunks that nobody gives a crap about. But
Oh no, that's not him. You're thinking of the ringmaster, completely different
Yeah.
guy. That was the ringmaster.
no, that's
I don't think he'd
Stunning
appreciate
Steve.
our beer.
No, Stunning Steve had hair. The ringmaster was bald. I know. He was the $1 million champion.
That's
the
right.
ringmaster.
That's right. But I figured, you know, with Benoit, you have to have somebody that can go, you know, wrestle him. And I think that, you know, Stone Cold would probably go head to head pretty well with Kevin Owens. Can you imagine what the promos would be like between Stone Cold and Kevin
I just
Owens?
want JR to call the match though. Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. I want ice cream now. Cold Stone. Cold Stone. Cold Stone.
And I think to win the match, I'm gonna have to have Chris Benoit go over. I'm gonna have to have him
Crossface?
Crippler Crossface
On. You know the pick. I'm just if you had an idea.
yeah, I think the Crossface probably would make the most sense on Sean.
All right. So on. So you're going 1-on-1 end out that way.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to go all
right.
up against each other.
All right,
I'm
so-
not booking it that hard.
You're not booking it that hard. All right. So
It's a slow booking season for me. Back off.
So my first match, we're going good versus evil. We're going sinners versus saints. So our sinners team is Mr. Lie, Cheat, and Steal himself, Eddie Guerrero.
Latino Heat.
And by the thing, when he comes out, though, he brings the rest of the team with him in his lowrider. They all come out together. Because in the lowrider with Mr. Guerrero is Reza Ramon, the bad guy.
Hey, yo.
Wouldn't that
Damn.
be interesting?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Also joining them, because every sinner needs to have some fun, we have the original male porn star, Val Venus. But he comes out with the towel and everything.
One of my favorite gimmicks.
Oh my God.
What's awesome.
Best.
Would never get away with that one. Never anymore.
No. And a screwdriver in the Titantron video.
And since everybody has to pay for everything,
Oh my God.
and greed is a sin, we have the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, as the fourth member.
Does Virgil come out with him?
Yes.
Still riding
So
those
funny.
coattails?
He's going to wipe the car down the entire match.
Yeah, it costs you $20 a picture, but yeah, okay.
That's right. They're going against the Saints, not the New Orleans Saints.
Drew Brees is pro wrestling?
No. Shawn Michaels is leading the team,
Yeah, come on.
taking out with Sting,
Yeah.
DDP doing yoga, and Daniel Bryant.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, baby. Mr. Positive, yes, himself. Now, my thought is that this is going to end up with, I think Sting, DDP, and Daniel Bryan are out, and I think it ends up Shawn versus the other four. And he has to overcome everything. And the last moment is when he super kicks Eddie Guerrero for the pin.
Looks at him, he says, I'm sorry. I love you.
Yeah. But I think the only way it works is you have, Shawn has to go up against incredible odds to win it all. And he beats all the sinners and then stands up and goes, oh shit, I'm not as exciting as I used to be.
Well, I think that's a good list, but I think you booked it wrong.
How do you want to book it?
that?
Guerrero steals the win.
Oh,
There's no way Guerrero
of
has
course
to
he
steal
has
the
to
win.
Lie, cheat, steal.
There's a run-in, and it's
There's a
China
Oh,
that cost.
that cost the Saints the match.
All right. All right.
that's
Latino.
interesting.
But could you imagine
Latino.
Eddie Guerrero, Razor Ramon, Val Venus, and Ted DiBiase all together? That
That would be
is
so good.
That is a good little group there because you really sort of have this great combination of people that can talk, people that are kind of slimy in every way, shape, and form.
Jeez,
I'm picturing Razor and the Lowrider with Eddie.
Yep. I'm expecting.
Razor's taking the hubcaps off.
All I'm envisioning is the week before the pay-per-view, the video of Ted DiBiase paying whoever to grease Razor and Eddie down. I don't know,
Irwin K. White, or
Yeah.
whatever his name was.
No,
Kerwin
White. Erwin Shyster. That's a completely different guy.
Kerwin
Kerwin
White.
White. Oh my
yeah.
God.
But God, that when I put that
He
team
made the
together,
list.
that made me so happy.
Our
that
worst
little
gimmick.
group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No. He wouldn't be oiling them up. He'd be wetting them down. He'd be wetting their backs down.
Wetting them down. All right.
Razor Ramon and Eddie Guerrero, he'd be wetting their backs down.
Oh come on!
Hey, it was the 80s, man.
Wow.
It was the 80s.
Wow.
Send your emails, comments, and everything else to the Irish O'Leary.
All right,
Sorry.
before we move on to the
Bodyslams.
next group, our next threesome, because
Oh, wait, we're doing threesomes
Yeah,
now.
we're doing threesomes.
All right. Can I get Patricia?
I'd like to once again thank Terrapin for your Moo-Hoo. Stout. Mine's almost gone. We're only 15 minutes into the show and mine's almost already gone.
Yeah, me too, man. That
It's
stuff is
really,
huge.
really good.
My sip was gone.
Yeah, your sip was gone, Mister. I broke my finger and I
Oh man,
can't drink
My
because
life-
of it.
My life is a train
All right,
wreck.
so on to our second group of matches. Who do you got, JB?
Let's see here. The next one I had was the Beast versus the Brains.
The Beasts.
The Beast.
Okay, I think it's bees.
So
I was like the
Minotaur,
Killer Bees.
Beast.
The Manitor.
I tried to get.
Shockmaster.
I tried to get like the either muscular, strong guys or like intimidating people. So
Okay.
that's where the Beast comes in. And then-
Gotcha.
So you got James Ellsworth.
yeah,
The Brooklyn Brawler.
I got Irish and
Did you say Irish?
Zing.
I thought we were friends.
Zing.
oh man, I
Zing.
had to get one. There.
Ambrosia salad. Zing.
Screw both of you guys.
Ambrosia salad.
Hey, if I would be
Zing.
insulted, I can go home.
You the man, Irish. You the man.
I'm buying you another but ambrosia salad now. Zing. Go ahead.
Shall I start again?
You can, please do.
Okay.
You guys are drunk.
Beast versus Brains. So I got Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar,
Okay.
Scott Steiner,
Ooh.
Chris Masters.
and Crazy Undertaker when he was sacrificing people.
Oh, is it what's crazy Undertaker?
when Stephanie was on the cross.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're talking dark. I'm thinking
Yeah.
crazy Undertaker. When did the Undertaker go
Was that-
crazy?
Was that the corporate Undertaker?
No, that was
No,
pre-corporate
that was
Undertaker.
pre-corporate Undertaker.
That was Underlord Undertaker.
Yeah.
Underlord Undertaker.
Yeah, but that was literally when he. I mean, that was full druid.
He was
full.
crazy.
He
Was
was
the
friggin-
underutilized Underlord Undertaker?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
You know, the
sacrificing people.
underappreciated, underutilized Underlord Undertaker.
Right.
There we go.
On the Brains, I had Ric Flair, Ted DiBiase, actually,
there we go.
Seth Rollins, Mr. Architect
Mr.
himself,
Architect.
and Kurt Hennig.
All right,
Oh,
Mr.
Mr. Perfect.
I like that one. That's a good
That's a
group.
good list.
You got a clash in styles, obviously.
It's speed
would
versus power.
Yeah, exactly. So you would think these are 4 guys I thought were smart. Their characters were played like leaders, smart guys. You can outthink your opponent type of guys.
How many Flair face plants are there during this match?
Probably a good 10.
Yeah, because
Is it the 90s era or 2000 era?
Oh, I'm thinking 90s era Flair.
90s.
It'd be
Yeah.
3.
Three.
You
per.
only think 3?
3 per match.
Oh, come on.
Lesnar and Strowman he would do about 3 flips over the turnbuckle, and then
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so but I had it in my head. I figured Scott Steiner and Lesnar wouldn't make it through the match without fighting each other. So I figured they're fighting to the back, which leaves Taker and Strowman to go against the other 4.
Okay.
And in the end, I had those 2 standing. Strowman and Taker beating the other 4.
Oh, okay.
Good call.
And I had, like I said, Steiner and Lesnar. I could just they're so volatile. I could see them fighting to the back and leaving the other 2 out to dry by themselves.
Holla, if you hear me.
Scott Steiner, to me, like people either loved him or hated him.
I loved him.
I love Scott Steiner.
Love
man.
Scott Steiner.
And the thing is, when he first came to the WWE, Triple H shot down his push.
Yep.
When he came in, he was like the crowd was really into him.
I should say I didn't love Scott Steiner. I love Big Papa Pump.
Yeah, exactly.
Scott
well,
Steiner
I don't even like
with the Steiner brothers was okay. They were good.
No,
but Big
like,
Papa Pump. Oh,
in my mind, there is no other Scott Steiner. Big Papa Pump was my guy.
Yeah, I grew up with WCW.
Oh, I mean, obviously, like the Steiner brothers would go down. They would go down as one of the greatest tag teams ever. But when he reinvented, that was like probably the greatest reinvention of yourself.
Well, yeah, he's like Enzo Amore. Who that character is exactly who he is.
Yeah, but the difference is Scott Steiner can actually punch you through a wall.
That's true. He's jacked up roid rage, dude.
And
when I heard that siren, when his music hit,
yeah.
Oh my God.
He's also the only man I've ever seen that has remember the old Popeye cartoon when Popeye would flex and he'd get a muscle on top of the muscle on top of the muscle?
Yeah.
Steiner had that. Like it would be a muscle and then there'd be another muscle on top of the muscle. It was so weird.
Triple H buried him from the beginning.
Yeah.
And it never took off. And I thought he had the opportunity to do some really good things over there at that time. It was unfortunate that it never happened, but that was my list. I wanted to get 2 completely different style wrestlers and pair them together. So that's
although Steiner versus Lesnar in their prime.
Can you imagine? That would have been great.
That would have been brutal and
the
fun.
testosterone in that match would have been. Oh my God!
And again, Steiner's a guy who could talk, especially when he took over the Papa Pump persona. He could go.
We're talking about Suplex City.
Yeah,
those 2 guys would have been throwing people around.
What I'm saying is Steiner could keep up with Heyman. Yeah. Like it wouldn't be like, no. Steiner was
Heyman.
Heyman.
As far as talking,
yeah.
He could. I'm not saying he could beat Paul, but he could keep up with Paul. Him going back and forth with Paul, and Paul going, "This is the beast," and Steiner going. But I mean, just the rambling on because Steiner rambled.
That's what that chick at the bar said last night. I was a beast.
Exactly. It would be,
man, some of those promos towards the end of his WCW
he just
career,
did not care.
I'm going to come out and I'm going to tie your jerk neck in a knot and I'm going to piss all over you, little boy. Because you're going to, like, oh, Jesus, shut him up. Somebody shut him up.
He used to ramble.
Rick would just look at him and go like, what are you saying?
Yeah, I will say one of my favorite moments of Steiner actually happened in TNA when he had Petey Williams as Little Pump.
Little Pump. I remember that.
It was so bad for Petey because Petey was great, but it was so awesome because it was like Steiner got his mini-me. It was amazingly hysterical at points. Oh my God. All right, Irish.
All right, I got two lists.
All right,
and I'm not sure which one I want to do.
Well, we got time. You can do both.
All right. Well,
honestly, we've got plenty of time.
All right. Well, let me do the obvious one. Let me do the heroes versus villains. It's my best name I can come up with.
All right.
So my heroes are Dusty Rhodes,
son of a plumber,
and Sting.
Sting. All right. No. Okay. Which Sting?
The Crow Sting or the Blonde Bleach Sting?
Hang on, let me think about that. I'm gonna go with Bleach Blonde.
All right.
Rockstar Sting because he's a little you'll see in a minute.
Woo!
Yeah, and then The Rock.
All right.
No, Babyface Rock.
Yeah, not Rocky Maivia.
Right.
Not Die Rocky Die.
And then Hulk Hogan. Back in the day when he was
Hulk Hogan,
vegetables. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the villains are The Undertaker.
Okay.
Triple H.
Okay.
Ric Flair,
Okay.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Ooh, I like that one too.
nice.
Now here's my theory behind that. I look at the great heroes. You got Dusty Rhodes go against Ric Flair all day long, and he could pair up with Jake the Snake pretty well.
Yep.
And then you look at Sting. The opportunity to have Sting go up against Ric Flair,
Yeah, it's always good.
and then the opportunity to have Sting go up against the Undertaker because that's what everybody always wanted,
Yep.
and then to have Sting actually go up against Triple H would be legendary.
Yeah.
And then you have The Rock. For The Rock to go up against Undertaker, I mean, the great matches. But to have The Rock go up against Jake the Snake, can you imagine just the promos?
Oh yeah.
The Rock says,
Yeah.
Jake, I'm going to take care, blah, 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 blah. I'll smack it down, blah, 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 blah. The Rock's, if you smell, The Rock is cooking.
And then Jake goes, Rocky,
Exactly.
I'm waiting for you. I know where you live,
Right.
and I'm coming.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. The dichotomy
Contrast.
of
The contrast
the
of The
screaming
Rock.
Yeah.
versus just the quiet
I could just
anger.
see Jake. I listen to the TV and I hear you talking all the time. I don't smell what you're cooking. You know what I do smell? I smell your fear.
Yeah.
And just sit there and just give that look.
Yeah.
Oh,
I smell Damien's dinner.
yeah. And then you have Hulk Hogan going up against Jake and Rick and Triple H. I mean, I just thought it was nice to have, guys in their prime, matchups that we never got,
Yeah,
That
that we should have gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My last one. We'll go back to your last. I know you got one more, so we
Whatever.
might as well.
All
We got plenty of time.
All right.
We're good right now. I have Team Glorious,
Glorious.
and it lives it. This is the team that's going to blind the entire audience in live attendance because no one's, and you'll see why.
Jericho's got to be on this list.
No one's surviving.
I can see that light jacket. Right
No
there.
one's coming. Well, he's the light jacket. It's the light source for the rest of them to blind everybody. We have Bobby Roode, the glorious one, the Macho King.
Yep.
Because it has to be the Macho King. Chris Jericho is the light source with his light up jacket, and Ric Flair in his sparkliest robe. Because goddamn, if they all come out together, the light, the reflections off their robes
Oh my
alone
God.
will blind everybody in the audience.
That's awesome.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
But just the idea of Rude and Macho Man on the same team is
geez,
just
yeah.
insanely fun. Taking on Team Stiff is, again, that's the best name I come up with. I couldn't come up with any better.
Is this another one with Val Venus?
Nope. This is the team.
ladies.
This is the team that if you see them coming, you just turn the other way and run. We have KO.
Stiff workers.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
We have KO.
Is KO a stiff worker?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, people have talked about yes.
Yikes.
Again, but his stuff looks like it hurts, and he's very stiff.
That's what she said.
Chris Benoit,
Oh my God, yes.
Samoa Joe,
Oh my God, yes.
and Hardcore Holly.
Oh yeah.
As in, so we have bright and sparkly
Oh
and
my
amazing
God.
versus we're just gonna beat the crap out until you stop.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
The matchup combinations alone: Benoit versus Macho, Jericho versus Joe, Hardcore Holly versus. I mean, the combinations are endless. Rude hopefully against KO soon, but Rude versus Benoit would be just great.
Jeez. Yeah.
My finish would be just, I would think Flair would be the last survivor on his team, and they just can't finish him off. And it would come down to KO and Benoit as the last two. And they have done everything they can to try to beat Ric Flair, and he just won't die. Flair's bloody, as Flair does. And my finish is KO throws him off, gives him the pump up power bomb, and at the same moment, Benoit jumps off the top and gives him the headbutt, and that's the pin 1, 2, 3. Because the only way you kill Flair is to overkill Flair. And that's your finish. And KO and Benoit are the sole survivors.
I'm not sure that Ric Flair, even in his prime, would be able to take a pump up power bomb.
No. Because he had to land on his side because of his back.
That pop
You
up-
notice
that-
he never landed flat on his back? 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
after that
no.
plane crash?
That plane
Yeah.
crash.
Yeah.
But I think that would be the Team Glory's entrance
That alone would be
would
worth
be
the price.
worth it in itself.
All at the same time. Yeah. Dim the lights.
Yeah. Dim the lights, and I think they would come out to Macho's music just because that would be the most epic way to come out.
No, Ric Flair's.
No. It's great.
Bobby Roode's music.
For the glorious, but
Yeah.
but just him. But then Jericho with his light up jacket coming out first and holding his arms, and you just see the sparkles come out next to him.
Yeah.
Holy,
That'd be funny.
crap.
If you thought that the Sheamus thing was bright,
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, I know. Right?
which it is,
and Team Stiff basically comes out to almost nothing. Like it's basically either KO's music or Joe's music, and that's it. Like they just walk
come out to like the old like Boston booger.
Yeah, like there's no, and it's just
The most
brutal.
generic
Yeah.
old school WWF.
God, I miss Hardcore Holly.
That's funny. Did you see that last match he's in where his whole back got like sliced open?
Yeah,
And he kept wrestling?
yeah.
For hardcore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Hardcore-
freaking awesome.
He's one of those guys I feel is underappreciated, man. He was
People hated him
Oh my god,
backstage. That's why he's not with the company anymore.
he was extra D.
he
Yeah.
was Dr. D. So, all right, you got one more? We got a bonus. We got a bonus. Then we'll talk about Survivor Series if you want.
Yeah,
little bit.
I do have
Like,
an extra
I actually
one.
had one you guys can help me with
Okay.
after you go.
Well, go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
You got it? Oh, I was trying to think. Like I wanted to do 2 great tag teams
Ooh.
and pit them against each other. So I had from the old school, I had LOD and Demolition.
Okay, so as one team is LOD
One
and
team.
Demolition. Okay.
Oh, I got it.
But the fact I could not literally think of 2 good tag teams today that I would put against them
From
Oh,
today?
today.
So you're talking the legends
The
or
past versus present.
okay?
Because they just like for me, they've flubbed this tag team scene for the last 5 years, and I can't really think of 2 worthy teams I would put against it.
New Day would be one of 2 of the New Day because the promos of them picking on Demolition and LOD
That would be comedy.
saying about going, are you guys into bondage and are you playing football?
That would be a
what are you two doing?
That would
That would
be good comedy.
So you got the New Day would be one for me. I'm trying to think of the other one from modern.
Authors of Pain.
yeah,
Yeah, that would work.
bet.
It'd be a lumbering match.
It would
Authors
be.
of Pain would be a good one. Before they split them up, Gargano and Ciampa would have been a good one.
DIY. Yeah,
How
DIY.
modern do you want? How modern do you
DIY.
want? How modern do you want to go?
two teams that you could say are good for the next 10 years currently.
Oh, okay.
Or have been good for the last 5.
American Alpha.
American Alpha would have been good again. With
But
the
then
New
again,
Day.
2 teams that you think would put on a good match with those 2.
American Alpha would have been good
Yeah.
with those 4 because you're going hot.
I just couldn't think of a tag team that I thought high enough of.
New
to put
Day
in
would
there.
definitely be one because
Yeah.
the promos.
Well, that
alone
was an
would be
obvious
worth it.
choice. I was just trying to think
Yeah.
outside the box.
I honestly, I think the Usos could probably put on a great match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usos could do a good match. If
Actually, now that I think about it, I would like to see them in New Day.
Usos and New Day would be a good little
Yeah.
foursome against
Yeah.
those 4.
Yeah.
Because it would be sort of old versus new, and especially the current Usos of the
Yeah.
sort of no nonsense
Yeah.
style compared to the New Day would be
Yeah.
fun.
Well, if we could tweak Fandango and Tyler Breeze and actually let them do their thing wrestling wise,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Because they're
New
quick
Day
and
and them?
wiry. New Day and Breezango.
Yeah,
but
that would work
have
too.
Breezango actually wrestle legit.
yeah, all right.
That wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be bad,
Who
yeah.
else would we have? Well, if the Ascension would actually.
Well,
That's
See,
that's
that one.
well. If they were to,
So
the Ascension from NXT,
NXT.
yeah.
would be
Well, then you could say
perfect
you
for
could say
that.
That would, yeah,
you could say
that's like-
Sanity too. Sanity
Yeah.
from NXT would work too, but you're
Yeah.
bringing them up.
Yeah, Ascension would have been.
The Ascension would have been
Yeah.
good. The old Ascension.
Yeah.
The Revival.
Oh crap!
The
Forgot about
revival. The Revival and New Day would actually be good together because again, you would have the cockiness and the talking ability of New Day, and they just sort of kick ass to take on a Demolition
Yeah.
in the Revival. The Revival would be
Yeah.
years.
I would do Revival and
New Day.
I would do Revival and NXT's version of the
Ascension.
Ascension.
No, see, my problem with that is you don't have. I think what makes them again, my opinion is the New Day add a talking element you don't have because Demolition didn't really talk that much. LOD they did promos, but it wasn't just the aspect of the New Day running their mouths
antagonists.
about those 4
Yeah.
would make it worth it. Then you have the backup of the Revival to kick ass, and not that the New Day can't run. The New Day can run all day long.
Well, so you give them a mouthpiece. You give the
Yeah.
other team a
Yeah.
mouthpiece.
I'm just thinking about that.
All right,
That's a good. That's a
yeah.
great thought exercise. That was good.
all right. What's your next bonus
God,
one?
I freaking miss the Revival.
Yeah.
Who's hurt now? Which one is
The
hurt?
other one.
Dawson?
The other one.
The other one. The one guy had his mouth wired.
Yeah. Dawson.
And then the Wilder.
Yeah.
Dash Wilder.
Scott Dawson got hurt, I think.
Yeah, the other one got hurt
back,
with something. I don't know. Those guys, they're not destined for the WWE long.
No.
Okay, so my last one for everybody, since we're trying to go home at some point.
No. I am home.
This is a 24-hour
is
podcast.
We've got the upper echelon. There's only one name on this list that
That's WrestleMania next year, by the way.
Oh.
They already announced it.
What?
It's going to be 24 hours, and it's going to last 3 days.
There's only one name.
Well, they are in New Orleans.
There's only one name.
Party don't stop.
There's only one name I left off this list. But I did do a great swath of all the generations. So we're going to go with Team WWE.
All right.
So we're going to go The Undertaker,
Okay.
The Rock,
Okay.
Hulk Hogan,
Okay.
John Cena.
So
Yep.
generational.
All the major generations.
Yeah.
The only name
Faces
I
of
left
the
off the
company.
list, Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
But Rock fits that generation, though.
Rock does fit
Yeah.
that generation.
Yeah.
And Rock is a WWE guy.
He's
Taker's
still
a
around.
WWE.
Yep.
You know,
He never left.
Hogan is the
Hogan's a question mark.
He was
there.
the face of the company for years.
true. So we've got all the WWE guys, faces of the Pantheon, the Mount Rushmore,
There you go.
if you will,
There
of
you
the
go.
WWE.
All right.
Against Team Nobody.
Team nobody.
The Nobodies, because if it didn't happen in
I'm the
WWE,
captain of that team.
It doesn't count.
didn't count. Now it's going to start off with their team captain, Kevin Owens,
Okay.
because he's a nobody. He's not a WWE guy. He's nobody. Bobby Roode, he's a nobody.
Yep.
AJ Styles, he's a nobody. And Shinsuke Nakamura.
All right. So
He's a
guys
nobody.
that built their legacy outside
of
the
the
company.
Yeah, so Team Nobody versus...
So you got your invasion team set up.
Yeah. And how I would book it is 180 degrees opposite of how the WWE would book it.
Logically.
So, yeah, I would book
okay.
it logically. WWE would book it, John Cena wins.
John Cena F-Fuse.
F5s everybody. STFUs everyone and wins.
He beats them all. And
Yeah, my go home gentleman is AJ Styles.
Okay.
AJ Styles wins it.
Wins it all.
Yep.
All right. All right.
It's because he's phenomenal.
I feel like I've been cheated that I haven't been able to watch his career up until this point.
Oh,
I've missed out on his
You
prime.
have and you haven't.
Well, I can watch
his TNA stuff is really good. His New Japan stuff is really good.
his
His TNA wrestling is really good.
His promos suck.
The promos and the stories they stuck him in.
Terrible.
Here's a guy who is a born again Christian, makes no qualms
Yeah.
about that, talks about that openly in all of his interviews. So what do? You put him in a storyline where he's cheating on his wife with Dixie Carter.
Yeah. It was
Are
bad.
you kidding me?
No, it was bad.
No.
Yeah, if
How
you
is
can,
that company even still around?
if you can see some of his old stuff, look, he's in a couple of Ultimate X matches, which is, God, if the WWE were to steal a match from TNA, it would be
Yes.
Ultimate X.
Yes.
I would. Do you know what the Ultimate
I've
X match
seen
is?
actually seen that a couple
Oh
times.
my God, Ultimate X is a great match. If they were going to steal a match, please steal that one. But that's beside the point. So
What is my War Games, by the way? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's coming.
Thinking out loud.
Yeah, War Games is coming, but it's only going to be one ring.
It's two. They said.
Is it two? Oh, I thought it
Is
was
that the weekend of
Survivor
yeah,
Survivor
it's
Series?
Survivor Series weekend. Yeah, it's coming.
I gotta get watching NXT. I've missed
Yeah,
a couple of weeks.
I know it's going to be fun.
I'm
That's-
still in May, by the way.
Oh shite!
Yeah, I've been binge watching on the weekends.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up this week because I want to see. But it's Adam Cole's little group versus Sanity and Authors of Pain, and which is Adam Cole. It's weird. It's
only 27
Authors of
too.
Pain and Rhetoric Strong teamed up. I don't understand that group, but hey, you know
He's
what?
floundering, and
Yeah.
they're trying to save him.
Are Authors of Pain faces now?
Sort of,
Yikes!
sort of.
So is Sanity.
Yeah, Sandy, but
Yeah,
Sandy,
Sanity
went, but Sandy
crossover.
went. Yeah, they went face, but out of force, not because of just
Yeah.
because people were cheering the crap out
Can
of
I
them.
say something really completely off topic and really random?
Well, that's
No,
what we
it's
do
not.
here.
That's not how this show works. God damn it!
Did you see the photo shoot video that they did for the NXT women, for the Halloween thing?
No.
Yeah, you should go search NXT Halloween zombie shoot thing. Nikki Cross pulled it off.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
And the
Well,
two little
she would do it,
girls, Billy Kay and
They're
Peyton
Peyton
Royce.
Royce, yeah.
Yeah, they're magical.
They are
Yeah,
twin magic.
They're magical.
They're twin magic before twin magic was twin magic.
I'll have to check that
I
out.
gotta check that out.
But Survivor Series is a fun match. I miss the fact that the entire card used to be all
Survivor
these
Series
elimination matches.
Yeah.
This year is a little bit different, but it's brand versus brand, champion versus champion. But I do really miss having, 4 or 5 matches that were all teams. It was always a great way. It was always a great way of seeing different guys together and combinations and stuff like that. And I miss that totally. I wish they would just go back to that format, but it'll never happen.
This one could have been good. I'm not a fan of some of the champion versus champion matchups. But
There's nothing with this, like we talked about earlier. I don't feel like there's anything on. There should be something on the line.
I told you, yeah.
There should be it should be a point system throughout the night where either the winner of the brain, either maybe their guy goes in 30th into the Royal Rumble, or they get to whoever gets the main event in WrestleMania. There should be something there, but there's no stakes. Having it brand versus brand, but nothing at stake means
Nothing.
It's pointless.
And it's indicative of how WWE's been booking lately. None of these pay-per-views mean anything.
Yeah.
Oh, but Royal Rumble is, that's the road to WrestleMania. So what? If you've got 20 pay-per-views and only 2 of them a year count, who cares?
Yeah, what's the point? So
I mean, seriously, SummerSlam, nothing. Survivor Series, nothing. 2 of your big 4, not important.
yeah. So I would like to thank the Terrapin Brewing Company for your Moo-Hoo chocolate milk stout. It's a really good beer.
It's legit good, man. I finished mine and it's making me happy.
Yeah. If you want to put your beer down, or when you're ready to put your beer down.
Beer, you're so dumb. You thought all of AJ Styles promos in TNA were gold.
Make sure you have it at vintagepressing.com. Vintagepressing.com, where you can get drink coasters, luggage tags, phone cases, and more.
Make sure you visit our brand new YouTube page. Search Beers and Body Slams podcast, and you can now listen to all of our podcasts via YouTube. We're also going to be putting some other content up there. We can't wait. But we need your help. We need you to subscribe to our channel and click on the little bell icon so that you'll get notified whenever we have new or live content. Make sure you visit us over at facebook.com/beers and Body Slams podcast. Check out all of our social media stuff and our posts there. You can also find us at Beers Body Slams on Twitter. And make sure you please come visit us at beersandbodyslam.com.
And you can follow us on the Untapped app. You can follow us and see what we're drinking and try this wonderful beer that we had tonight. You can follow me at Good OLJB.
You can follow me as every day is my liver Survivor Series at
Stole mine.
Mr. Fluffy.
And you can follow me as I put my liver on the road to WrestleMania at the Irish O'Leary.
Make sure you tune in next week for our recap of the go-home shows for SmackDown and Raw. And I will not be here next week, but the boys will be taking over for me.
We're taking the takeover.
That's
Orlando.
right.
Taking over the show. Screw you. We're taking it over.
Hey, I'm going to miss for a good reason, though. I am going to Funky Buddha.
We'll give you.
So, sorry. Mecca calls, you got to run. Yeah. As always, make sure you keep your pint glasses full and your body slam stiff.
You've been listening to the Beers and Body Slams podcast. Find us online at beersandbodyslams.com and on Facebook at facebook.com/Beers and Body Slams podcast. Until next time.
Have a nice day.